Okay, let's go through and do another deep dive video for Kembla on Thursday. We'll look at race 3 on the card. 2,000 metre benchmark 64. As I say at the start of all these videos, when I do these deep dives on the fly and you get to see the full race analysis start to finish, they serve as great form analysis 101 lessons where you can pick up a lot of hidden information about how I go analysing a race and stuff like that. First up, 2,000 metres heavy track, BM64. Let's find out what the pace scenario is. One potential leader. 1, 2, 1.5 to 2. So what I do when people who watch my videos all the time will know this well, but what I do when I initially work out the pace, I don't worry about speed maps that other people do or computer generated speed maps. That's all bullshit. If you're going to create speed maps, you need to do it in your head and do it yourself, because that way you're going to get the best opinion and the truest opinion. The simplest way to do that is to work out how many leaders are in the race. So go down through the field and work it out. There's one leader. Look at the settling positions. 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. Midfield. Back marker. Midfield to back. Midfield to back. Has led once of its last 5 starts. 1.5 litres. Adaptable pace profile. Can stalk. Can stalk. Midfield. So 1 to 1.5 litres with a few others that can stalk that are lightly raced, which is where the upside may be in the race. That's what I've seen from this initially. Okay, let's go take a look at them. The one, Fleet Commander. Very well bred. Lightly tried 6-year-old by Galileo out of the top class Australian Fastnet Rock Mare, Atlantic Jewel. She's become a top class producer Northern Hemisphere time. This one, 2 from 19 winner, 4th up from a spell into this. Well acclimatised now. Form behind Etna Rosso, tail end of last prep. Looks a serious metropolitan chance on Saturday. 4th up into this out to 2,000 metres with a pace advantage, 61.5 kilos after 58 last start. The Baker Yard's flying at the moment, placing their horses well. Let's have a look what beat it last start, considering there's still minor scope for more 4th up into this. The winner, Captain Maverick. Another import, well-bred, lightly raced, 2 from 6 winner. Then ran second to Seafall today after winning that. We backed Seafall today in that race, by the way. Second to Captain Maverick. Then came out and ran third to Alicante midweek. And starting to put a bit of a query on the form reference. Not a huge fan of Bengal Boys, a horse in third. And then just a quick look, 4th, 5th and 6th. I think Rattle and Hum was below par that day. Third home, Bengal Boy. First up this prep for the OTI Racing colours. 5th home behind Captain Maverick. 4th to Prometo the start prior. And as I've said in other videos, 120k midway highway is like 60k midweek from a form perspective class level, generally as a rule of thumb. 7th home, or 6th home, beating a similar margin behind All in the Mind, start price, same 60k tag. So on face value, hard to find a lot of upside in that. Maybe another length improvement, half a length below midweek City, 58 up to 61.5, par for the tag at the moment with a pace advantage potentially. The 2 Spitfire by Piero out of the Commands mare. Fairly exposed, 6 from 36 winner. Over the distance, 12, 16, 2,000 metre wins. This is a form reference we need to know. The start 2 starts ago, second to Lady Super Spy when it closed off over 1,600. We'll come on a little bit for that, naturally, but no scope for improvement. The winner, second to Arnie Reen in a 50k the next time out. Third home, won the Sapphire Coast by 2.4 the start prior. That suggests Spitfire about half a length above provincial grade on that run. We'll just have a quick look at 4th and 5th. half a length above provincial grade, 4th, and then 5th. No merit through those two to suggest anything more. 56 up to 60, which is 3 lengths, may improve a length and a half after being 1 above, with the query half a length below 2.5 minus 3. 3 Highborn Harry, love the pedigree, by Harry Angel out of the Sarverville mare. Harry Angel, speed influenced sire, Northern Hemisphere time, son of Dark Angel, starting to get more classic mares after he got good winners from his early crops, can get a runner over a distance when put over a classic mare, which is put over here out of this, covering this Sarverville mare, Faith in My. Let's go quickly and have a quick look at the pedigree, knowing that there's going to be upside or potential hidden upside over this 2,000 metre trip. Okay, Highborn Harry. Highborn Harry. Sorry about the delay. Stick with me. It's good information and it's worthwhile waiting for. Okay, the Dam, the Sarverville mare, Faith in My. 3 from 24 winner. Second Dam. No black type through the 8 from 43 winner. Tried in black type but didn't win in black type. Unusual to see a Sarverville horse that doesn't have black type through its first and second dam. Third, I'll go back to the fourth. I'm going to go and check Spectacular Gifts in the USA, in the International Database. Being a USA pedigree, I'm going to get more accuracy here. And I think, being out of this Sarverville mare that has a lack of black type first and second dam, we need to go back and do this through the third and the fourth dam because it's going to give us a true understanding of the pedigree. Fussy Tipton, Dispersal, Infold of Vice Region, sent to New Zealand, sent to Australia. Okay, we'll go back one more. So if there was black type there, it would have shown up in the Australian stud book. Kentucky Dam, a spectacular bid, 4 from 10 winner. Okay, all right, so 1,600 metres. Sorry, what's this again? 2,000 metres. Okay, so the 3. Highborn Harry. Broke its maiden, or 1 over 2,100 fallback at Gosford. Came from well back, but has been able to race on pace and only got run down late. Beaten 1.1 2 back. July to August. April, May, June, July. First up, second up. Third up, fourth up now at peak fitness. I reckon has improvement on this winner at Gosford over 2,100. Just have a look. Beaten 0.29. Third home. Start prior only beaten 0.8 by the import Cormac T, which has franked it a bit. And 1-2 prior at the provincials by a decent margin, 1.6. Fourth home, bit of a margin. Fifth, beaten 4.5. Sixth, 4.7. Big gap to seventh, not worth looking at. Fourth home. Second start prior, but only beaten 0.2 at Scone for a 27k tag. 2 lengths stronger, beaten 4. That puts Highborn Harry 2 lengths above provincial. Looking for confirmation of that. Beaten 4.58. Provincial winner by 2.2 the start prior over 2,100. And this Highborn Harry form's starting to look pretty strong. 4.6 lengths behind, beaten 1.1 the start prior at Canberra, and 1 at Kembla the start prior on the provincials. So, Highborn Harry, recap. 2 to 3 to 4 above. That says 2 to 3. I'm going to say 2 to 3 with natural scope for more. Been a bit lightly tried, but goes from 57.5 to 59.5. So 2 to 3 above. No, we've walked past him. So 2 to 3 lengths above. Old Greg, well bred to stay, tripped by complacent out of a Volksrad mare. 6 from 31 winner, limited scope. What did it do? 2 back over at 2010. The winner went to Hawkesbury at the Provincials, got beaten next time out. Third home, provincial at best. 61.5 down to 58.5, drops 3 kg. We need to dig a little bit deeper here. Dropping 3 kg is worth 2 lengths, and there might be a reference here through the carpetbagger that says it is provincial at the moment. And knowing that Highborn Harry's 2 to 3 lengths above par as a top rater at the moment, we need to look at this. Fourth, beaten 1.7, beaten 2.5 provincial start prior. Fifth, come out and won next start by 3.2 widening margin on a heavy track at Goulburn. 1.7 off King of Hearts at Goulburn prior. 6 home, departing bullet on the synthetic at Canberra. 7th home, 2.2, only 0.2 in a 50k BM66 at Goulburn the start prior. So everything they're saying, old Greg's half a length to a length above par for the tag at the moment and drops 3 kilos, putting him 2 to 3 lengths above par with no upside as a 6 from 31 winner, but bred to stay the trip strongly, as is proven by complacent out of a Volksrad mare. Sneaky chance. What price? Let's go start looking at the prices for race 3. Now we're starting to form an opinion. Fleet Commander's a favourite. The 3 Highborn Harry that first came on the radar, 5.5, and Old Greg 11. We might be able to there may be some value in this race. Okay, the 6, 8-year-old by Falkirk out of an O'Reilly mare, 5 from 38 winner. No upside. Very hard to have. The 7, Socrates, 7-year-old by Tavistock out of an O'Reilly mare. 6 from 52 winner. 2 from 7 on the heavy, 2 from 16 on softs. Second to County Kilkenny, trying to make all 2 back over 1800 at Randwick on the Kensington. County Kilkenny was coming through a second for a 120k highway tag on a Saturday the start prior, which, as I've said before, is equivalent to a 60k midweek. Par. Third, beaten 0.6, beaten 1.4 next time out in a slightly stronger race behind the Englishman. I'm starting to think Socrates half a length to a length above the provincials on this run. Fourth confirms that. Fifth confirms it as well. So half a length to a length. What's it doing? Dropping 3 kgs. Same weight, half a length to a length. We know it'll stay it all day. Loves it wet. 1 to 2.5, but we've got these 2, Highborn Harry and Old Greg, 2 to 3. Slight advantage. The 8, Kasuki, by the Autumn Sun, out of the Encosta de Lago mare in Cheetah. Real emerging staying pedigree. We need to have a look at it. We know it'll stay, but we need to see what stoutness is in the bottom half. That's going to give us a good idea. It's got a whole arborea, beautiful. That's going to give us a great idea of scope for improvement. And seeing arborea pop up on the radar as a second dam, I've always been a big believer that sometimes when you're looking at the dam's traits of a horse, it can skip a generation. Like Arborea's ability might have skipped in Cheetah and will be picked up by Kasuki. You see that a lot in horse racing. Just a little thing to take note of as a breeder or a buyer of horses, or even as a punter. Second dam, Arborea. Stakes race wins. 1,000 Guineas, Oaks, Wakeful, Farlap, Chairman's, Labor Day Cup, 1,600, 1,500 to 2,500. Big Wheelhouse, top draw, special mare, very underrated. Okay, so second dam, multiple Group 1 winner over staying trips. This one, 5th up into this, out to 2100, new peak expected after widening the margin, flashing big pars in deep stretch last time out to win over 1850 at Newcastle. What do the margins say? Just such a classic horse to be looking at as a betting proposition, if it makes sense. Okay, horse that ran second, won at the midweeks 2 starts prior by 0.18, putting Kasuki 2.5 above par off that run. Third home, won at the midweek, won at the provincials 2 prior by 0.07, beaten 2.8 by Kasuki. Kasuki 2 to 3 lengths above the level. Rockbart and Icon. Let's have a look at those 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th, just to confirm the thought. Frank it. Rockbart and Icon, tied for third, beaten 2.8, 2.2 off Image of the Sun at Newcastle start prior. Everlasting Kiss, 5th, was first up, 2400 metre winner at Swan Hill, 2 back, big tick. City Gold Ready, beaten 4.9, the start prior over 1500, only beaten 2.4 at the provincials. Improvement, but beaten 4.9, says 3 to 4 lengths above par. 7th home, come out and won at Canberra for a 16k tag, 4 lengths worse next time out by half a length, 2.5 lengths above for Kasuki. So every form reference coming out of the last start win of Kasuki is franked, and there's a big tick next to it to suggest that that form and that win of Kasuki last time over 1850 is 2 to 3 lengths above par as a minimum. Goes to 2100, likely to improve another length, a length and a half. Could be 3 to 4.5 lengths above par as a lightly raced improver, with a plus next to it. Scope for more. The obvious standout top elect at the moment. The 55 Chevy. One thing more about Kasuki, thinking about pace profile, I did say as we worked through this, could have an on-pace speed profile, having settled 4th and 3rd, 4th in these 2 races, 2 and 3 back. I'm sure the Greg McFarlane yard aren't going to be stupid from the 11 gate with Sam Clippett and up and allow this race to be stolen on a soft front end by getting too far back. The 55 Chevy by Puce and Staloon out of an elusive quality mare. 1 from 2 winner for the Annabelle Neesham yard. Has to be respected, especially when she stretches a horse out so quickly in trip, and especially when it's by an underrated son of Shamadal, Puce and Staloon. I remember when Puce and Staloon first came on the scene in Australia, and I think won the Queen Elizabeth. And I was thinking to myself, it might have been the year or the year after Mackay Diva won a 3rd Melbourne Cup. And I was thinking back to when Mackay Diva won at Flemington in her first year, the year before she won the 3 Melbourne Cups in a row, and thinking, ooh, this could be a very special horse. Puce and Staloon gave me that same feel. Never came back the next year and run in a Melbourne Cup, but as a son of Shamadal, underrated staying influence and getting a lot of good stayers that improve over a trip. So, broke its maiden last time out, Muswellbrook Country Circuit, widening 1.7 over 1500. Second home came out and ran second next time out as well, beaten 1.8, franking the form. Third home, beaten 3.4, beaten 6.5 on a heavy track next time out. Margin personified, can't really take a lot of merit out of that. Let's have a look at those 4th, 5th and 6th out of the race. 4th, came out and won next start at Taree, franking the form. 5th home, beaten 5.5 on debut the start prior, but by American Pharaoh and a trial winner, suggesting ability. 6th home, beaten 9.1, only beaten 7 at Tamworth the start prior. Okay, so typical Annabelle Neesham runner, lightly raced staying prospect that she gives a lot of education to, good trial form, that 3rd to excel indeed, smart, beaten 0.5, debut 5th, only beaten 2 over 13, Step to 15, break the maiden by a widening margin. Form decently stacked up out of it. Obviously, plenty of scope for more. Let's just have a look at the pedigree now. 55 Chevy. This is important. Might have a race here where we can back a couple of lightly raced improvers. That's how it's starting to look. Ooh, AP Indy. Sire of the second dam. That's a good influence. Pentimento, the elusive quality mare. 4 from 25 winner. What does she produce in Australia? Okay, only a 4, 5 name runners. Nothing of huge note. Second dam, the AP Indy man, Portrait of a Lady. She was top draw. 2 stakes winners of 5 stakes races in the Australian stud book. It's going to be more than that. Okay, the dam of Cameo and Kukaracha. Kukaracha, Queensland Derby winner over a staying trip. Who was by Night of Thunder, the son of Jubawi. Okay, all right. I thought that might be a similar nick for a second. Okay, let's go and pull up the dam in the National Stud Book, Portrait of a Lady. Portrait. There she is, AP Indy. Second dam. Okay, third dam, the new Ray of Mare. 1 from 2 winner, Sheikh bin Mohammed. We may have a Reen de Course mare back there as a 5th dam, which I need to check as well. 4th dam won the Irish Oaks, won the Ribblesdale, 2nd in the Yorkshire Oaks. Yeah, okay. Top draw. And Balladuress, a 5th dam. So you can see where the stoutness comes in. Yeah, top draw. 4 champions, Desirable, Pargabil, Ali Duress and Nashima. Alright, we're in the course all day, every day. This is a hot pedigree, plenty of hidden upside deep in it, plenty of scope for more. Annabelle Neesham, Zach Lloyd up. You'd have to think it's going to improve another 2 to 3.5 lengths out to 2100, maybe 1 to 2 above now. Another 2 to 3.5, 3 to 4.5 lengths above par potentially, with a big plus. Hard to put a ceiling on. The 955 Chevy lines up to Highborn Harry on a pretty similar level. Lines up to Kasuki on a pretty similar level. Yeah, this could be a good betting race. The 11 Fire Alarm by Tosin Stardom. Out of a Dylan Thomas mare. Tosin Stardom, the underrated Japanese influence, getting a lot of good staying runners in Victoria and upgrading a lot of distaff lines as well, which is always a good sign for any stallion. Being a son of Deep Impact, progeny going to improve over a trip. Broke his maiden at Canberra on the all-weather. 3 back over 1900, 0.2 of a length. 1 from 14 winner. Have to respect Gary Portelli. Let's take a look at the pedigree first, because he switches back to turf now. Always query that form switching back to the turf. Tosin Stardom. The dam, the Dylan Thomas mare, injects good stoutness. The second dam by Behair, also good stoutness injected. Spectacular Love, third dam, same scenario. The Dylan Thomas mare, what's she got? Anything of note? First foal, okay. The second dam, the Behair mare. Yeah, so nowhere near as much upside or black type as some of the others that are relatively lightly tried. Just have a quick look at this Canberra Acton 1900 metre win. No great depth out of it. Third one the start prior at Wodonga. Let's just have a quick look at fourth. Go one deeper. Yeah, fourth sort of makes that average. Right, so there's 2 horses that stand out in this race. when we look back through them on a quick recap. Fleet Commander set the standard initially, being the well-bred exposed runner import. Piero, well-bred, no upside. Highborn Hurry, plenty of upside, lightly raced. Good distaff side, new peak expected. Old Greg, query on how much upside, but well-placed at the weights. So sneaky, questionable. Tavistock, limited upside. The Autumn Sun, very big upside. Lightly raced. Huge win last start. So hard to see it not having a new peak this time out. Adaptable speed profile that suits is the query, the wet track. That comes down to the action. All right, which is, I'll have a look at the action of it in a second. Finish the recap. 55 Chevy by Hewson Staloon out of an elusive quality mare. 1 from 2 winner. The breed should handle the wet on breeding. That's a wet pedigree top and bottom. So the 2 that we want to be backing here are Kasuki, 55 Chevy. I'm not going to go and check the action on video now because this video is too long. It'll just slow down because of how much saved for this video to load at the moment. So the 2 that we really want to be concentrating on here, Kasuki, 55 and 55 Chevy, both lightly race staying prospects from good yards, suited by the pace scenario. 4.60 Kasuki, 22% of the market. 4.80 55 Chevy, 21% of the market. 22 and 21, 43% of the market. You can back them both to approximately 2.30. Really, they should occupy 55% of the market between them, or a combined chance of 1.8. So if we're going to get 2.30 combined, about a 1.8 chance, strong confidence angle, dig in, enjoy. That is Kembla Grange Race 3 on Thursday. Another great form analysis 101 lesson done on the fly. You get plenty more of these over the spring, and hopefully it's all become better punters from them. Thanks.